Hi, everybody. Welcome to Siena and welcome to the biggest softball game of the season on VypeFortBend.com, as it's a battle in District 26A for the share of the championship as the Travis Tigers, the team that really is not used to contending for a championship in the district championship or in the district baseball season. Well, they have been ahead most of the way in District 26A throughout this season. I'm Roger Smith, and they are trying to take on the Ridgepoint Panthers in the kind of game that Ridgepoint is used to playing in district baseball. It looks like we'll probably have a three-way tie, or at least a two-way tie atop District 26A. George Ranch likely to have a share of the district championship, and the other team that has a share of it is either Ridgepoint or Travis, and both teams are headed to the playoffs no matter what happens tonight. But this game just means a lot. Nobody wants to lose it, and they want to win it real bad. That's the story here on VypeFortBend.com. I don't want to run out of time to bring you the Batter Up Show and our visit with both head coaches, so we'll step aside real quickly and bring you the interview with Katie Kilgore, who is running such a great program. Hasn't been at Travis very long, but boy, is she having an impact, and they are within one win of getting a district title. We'll be right back on VypeFortBend.com.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
Welcome back. This is the Batter Up Show on VypeFortBend.com. And I wanted to ask Katie Kilgore, head coach of the Travis softball team, how boring are professional development sessions?
They are riveting. I'm on the edge of my seat all day, but I'm happy to be out here, man.
I like your deadpan humor. I thought I would crack you up, but it did not work out that way. I teach, but in another district, and I could do without them. But the main thing that I wanted to ask about, this is such a high-stakes game. Not that the loser is out or anything, but I know both teams want to win this one really bad. And when you have a game like this at the end of a day where you don't have the girls at school, you can't really keep track of them, does that make you nervous at all?
No, I made sure that I sent them a message and I was like, y'all be up and moving as early as possible. We got some reps in at the field before we came, so I'm feeling just about as good as any other day. Yeah, they were moving.
Well, I know what happens tonight has nothing to do with what happened the first time, although it was kind of an amazing game where you go to the bottom of the sixth down 3-2, and yet you score 10 runs. The next thing you know, you run-ruled them. What are the psychological benefits with your team proving to themselves that they could beat Ridgepoint when for several years no one really had in softball?
Right. I think that the girls realize that that this is a special group, and they recognize the individual talent, and that combining it is going to make something special. And so every game they're coming out there and they're giving it all they have, and we've got a plan to execute every single game, and so far that they've shown that, and we plan on doing it again tonight, hopefully.
It really is amazing and special what they've done, but let me ask you this. Last year, the season we really didn't get to see, did you kind of see this coming last year? Do you think they could have been every bit as good this year as they have been in 2021?
I like to kind of compartmentalize each team that I have, and so I don't like to, I feel bad for the seniors last year, but this is what I'm focusing on right now, and, we're not dwelling on what happened last year. We're making the most of what we got this year.
Okay. Thank you very much, and I look forward to not only talking to you at this game, but also at games to come, because the playoffs are right around the corner. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
That's Katie Kilgore, head coach of the Travis Tigers, and we'll be back with more of the Batter Up Show, and we will talk to I'm sorry, I was a little distracted. We're going to be back, and we'll talk to Lindsey Gage, the head coach of Ridgepoint. Roger Smith with you on VypeFortBend.com. The atmosphere is starting to get a little bit warmer, even though the weather might not be. We'll be right back.
First Tire and Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Welcome back to Siena and more of the Batter Up Show as we are about to play the biggest softball game of the season so far in Class 6A Fort Bend County softball. And by the way, this is, before I interview Coach Gage, I want to let Sean Collins say hi. Say hello to everyone.
Hi.
He's a very important part of what I'm doing tonight because I dropped my reading glasses between the fence and the press box. I never could have retrieved them if not for this very, very small boy. So thank you very much, Sean. Okay, so Lindsey Gage, head coach of the Ridge Point Panthers. This year has been so interesting because George Ranch is added to the mix. They are a really challenging team to compete against, and Travis is having its best year ever, or certainly their best year since you entered Class 6A. So what's on the line tonight?
A lot of things are on the line. This game means a lot for not just us, but for multiple teams in the district race right now. Playing against George Ranch and dropping the first game to them and then coming back and beating them pretty handily is something to say about our team and our character and, how hard the girls worked when no one else was watching. And then we have to come back and play Travis now, pretty much for first place, or a shot at first place. They beat us the first round pretty handily, so it was a close game majority of the game, but Travis is really good, and it's going to be the team that makes the least mistakes tonight, I think.
And I kind of romanticize the excitement of a game like this because the loser of this game is by no means done. They're going to the playoffs. They're going to be okay, and I think they're going to be, everybody out of Fort Bend ISD will be a very tough out when playoff time comes. But let's talk about what your team has done on a 4-game win streak ever since that one-sided loss at Travis that I'm pretty sure you didn't expect.
Right. That was one of those games that it was a close game for 6 innings, and then it just got out of hand. It was a situation that no one was really expecting. It was a hard-fought game most of the game. I don't feel like the score really shows how difficult that game was. But, we bounced back and we came back and we've had some really, really good wins since that loss. So I don't know if it was maybe one of those things that we needed at that moment to persevere and show that we can come back and, play through adversity. So, playing teams like Travis only helps us. It makes us better for playoffs, seeing good pitching like that, good hitters. It's something that we definitely need to see before we go into playoffs.
It is a good thing to see your team get a chance to be challenged during the season, not just against one good district opponent, but you have a couple of them this year, and Austin can give you fits at times, although you did handle them twice. Now let's talk about the day that your team had. It's a little unusual. You've got a high-stakes game to be played, but the girls didn't go to school, and you were in professional development sessions, I guess?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes, most of the day we were. We got to come out here a little bit early, about 2 o'clock, and get some cuts in. We didn't play at all last week. Our Tuesday game was supposed to be against Elkins, and that has been rescheduled for a later date. And then our Friday game against Bush was canceled because of rain. So we haven't played since George Ranch last Friday. So could be a good thing. We're kind of beat up, so it was something that the rest was needed, but at the same time we weren't seeing live pitching. So we got up here early today to get some cuts off the machine, see some front toss, and just try to get back in some kind of playing routine.
Yeah, I often overthink situations like this because I think about the last time you played Travis, they beat you. I'm sure they were very happy about it and celebrated a lot. And then when they played Austin, they lost 3-2. That was kind of surprising too. So isn't this a fun game? Is this why you do this?
It definitely is. It's any given day. The team that makes the least mistakes is going to win, and I feel like that's shown a lot in our district. There's been some upsets, or I don't know if you would say upsets, but some games that you would figure would go one way and went the other. So it's exciting. It's fun.
Things that make you go,
Yeah, definitely.
All right, that's it for the Batter Up Show. Thank you, Lindsey Gage. Good luck tonight against Travis. We think it's going to be epic, and we'll be back with the starting lineups right after this on VypeFortBend.com.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
Well, what can you say about this newly burgeoning rivalry between Ridgepoint and Travis in softball? They've been rivals in a lot of sports, boys and girls, as long as they've been in the same district together. It's always spirited competition. But, you know, until Austin, the Bulldogs, had beaten Ridgepoint in a softball game back in 2019, it's like Ridgepoint never lost a district softball game. And so I have to say, it's just a lot more fun now. I had this good old family friend who he went to the University of Houston and got a pharmacy degree way back in the 60s. He actually saw that Elvin Hayes game, the one where the Houston Cougars beat UCLA, but he would go to football games. He would time his pharmaceutical sales tours of Texas and the Southwest, and he would go to a city like Lubbock if the Cougars were playing Lubbock there, or Texas Tech there. So he told me one time that once the Cougars moved out of the independent ranks when they just won all the time, and then they got into the Southwest Conference, and they won the conference a lot, but they also had some challenging games. They didn't go undefeated anymore. And he said, you know what? I would rather watch my Cougars lose to Arkansas than watch them beat Villanova. So that's kind of what makes it more fun, even though Ridgepoint is not dominated like they always have. Hello, Deborah Mize. So I see you have a refreshing beverage. I've got to keep talking to the people here. You know, the Panthers coming into this game have won 4 in a row. Blaine Simmons has pitched all 27 innings during that streak. They've outscored their opponents during that streak 13.25 to 2. And their last loss, of course, was at Travis. That was a 14-3 defeat on March 26th as Ariel Kowalewski went 4 for 4. She had a double. She drove in 6 runs. And Travis's 1 through 8 hitters only struck out once. Rachel Ibarra allowed only 6 hits and 3 runs. Travis trailed 3-2 going to the bottom of the 6th, but they scored 10 runs on an amazing inning with 7 hits, 2 walks, and reaching on an error once. And it just got out of Ridgepoint's hands quicker than any game I think they might have played in their history. So that's part of what's going through the minds of the Ridgepoint players. They want to get back at Travis, but Travis wants to say, we are the district champions. And so here we are. We'll take a break and be back with the lineups on VypeFortBend.com.
GetAGreatGig.com presents Gary Horn of HornSolutions.net on the most important factors in starting a business.
Number 1, where will you get the necessary capital? 2, you will probably not make money for some period of time. Prepare a conservative model of expected cost and revenues. 3, are you willing to work long hours for no pay and make sure all employees are paid?
For more free career and job search advice, log on to GetAGreatGig.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn, CEO of Horn Solutions. Our team of experienced accounting, finance, and IT professionals have delivered solutions to Houston businesses for over 3 decades. Our project group provides services ranging from assisting with mergers, acquisitions, and integrations to interim staffing. Our executive search group provides full-time placements for accounting, finance, and IT positions. Let Horn Solutions help you meet the challenges your company faces. Visit hornsolutions.net.
Starting for the visiting Travis Tigers, leading off and playing third base, Ariel Kowalewski. Riley Westmoreland plays left field and bats second. Batting third, it's Rachel Ibarra, the pitcher. Maddie Morris hitting cleanup and playing second base. Kennedy Clark is catching, and she bats fifth. Batting sixth, it's Emily Camacho at first base. Ashley Rojas in center field bats seventh. Batting eighth, it's Lauren Garza, the shortstop. And Jaden Cobran, the designated player, bats in the 9 hole. She bats in place of Maria Reese, the right fielder. For Ridgepoint, Blaine Simmons pitching and leading off. Riley Shipp in left field bats second. Grace Yannick at first base. She bats third. Alexis Samine in third base. She hits cleanup. Reagan Green is the catcher, and she bats fifth. Batting sixth, it's Nohea Anderson at shortstop. Blaine Simmons in right field batting seventh. Julia Robinson, the designated player, batting in place of second baseman Hannah Purvis. And batting ninth is the center fielder, Callie Mays. We'll be right back.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300.
Let's play ball. The Ridgepoint girls are on the field, and we're ready for the top of the first. Wanted to tell you more to give you some perspective on this game. In their 9 District 26A wins, they're 9-2 by the way, Ridgepoint has outscored its foes 14.3 to 2.1. Their only other loss in district play, other than that one on March 26th against Travis, was right here at Ridgepoint. They lost to George Ranch 5-2. And the Panthers avenged that loss on April 9th, 12-4, as Reagan Green, Nohea Anderson, and Julia Robinson all had a double in a 17-hit attack. And you know what? April 9th was the last time that these Panther girls played. They didn't have either of their games last week. One postponed by COVID. That was the one against Elkins. It was supposed to be Tuesday. They were supposed to play Bush on Friday night, and because of rain, they could not play. Travis beat Ridgepoint, as we said. I think March 26th is what I said, is actually March 25th. Travis also lost to Austin 3-2 on March 30th after they had beaten Ridgepoint. I think there was a little bit of a hangover there. But Travis has won 4 straight, just like Ridgepoint. Those wins have been over George Ranch, Bush, Clements, and Dulles, and they have outscored those last 4 opponents. Are you listening? Travis has beaten them 52-0 combined. They have only allowed 11 hits in those last 4 games. And here we go. Leading off for Travis, it is a scary sophomore, Ariel Kowalewski. Oh, she crushes the ball. She's got 32 hits, 31 RBIs, 7 home runs. She's scored 24 runs. Her batting average is an airplane, 727. 745 on-base percentage, and she slugs 1.523, and she faces Blaine Simmons of Ridgepoint as we get this one underway under cloudy skies. The lights have just been turned on, and here's the first pitch. Kowalewski swings, and it's deep to center field. It'll get over the center fielder's head. Callie Mays picks it up, gets it back in, and Kowalewski stops at second. On the first pitch, that's Ariel Kowalewski announcing her presence with authority. A double to begin the game, and now Riley Westmoreland. She's got some pretty good numbers. .452 batting average, .477 on-base percentage. She's slugging .524. She's got 19 hits, 9 RBIs, and she has scored 18 runs. And like Kowalewski, she's a left-handed hitter. Blaine Simmons massaging the ball. Ridgepoint in its purple pants, white jersey tops with the purple sleeves, and there's a bunt attempt fouled over to the left. And now you got Westmoreland stepping out, getting the signal from her head coach, Katie Kilgore. Here's the 0-1 pitch, another bunt attempt, but it trickles back behind home plate, and she's down 0-2. Simmons wiping her hand off a little bit. We've got a cool night. I think we're going to be down into the 50s before we're done. Here's the pitch. It's high for a ball, 1-2. So when Ridgepoint moved up into Class 6A softball, they didn't lose a game until 2019 when Austin beat them once. And it was right here at Ridgepoint. Westmoreland batting without gloves, swings away, and it's a little trickler grounded foul on the left side. Reagan Green is the catcher for Ridgepoint. At first base, it's Grace Yannick. Hannah Purvis at second base. Nohea Anderson at short. Alexis Samine at third. And in the outfield, left to right, Riley Shipp in left, Callie Mays in center, and Blaine Simmons in right field. There's a pitch that's high, and it's 2-2. And Kowalewski taking a big lead off of second. She gets, I'm thinking, more than a third of the way there. I wonder if she'll try to run on Reagan Green. But the count is 2-2 on Westmoreland. Simmons rocks in, fires, and a late swing. It's over on the left off the front of the Ridgepoint dugout. Often these twilight starts are trouble at Ridgepoint for the catcher and for the hitter, but we've got so much cloudiness that the sun is not a problem. Here's Simmons' 2-2 pitch, another late swing, and it's grounded foul in an attempt, a very weak attempt, I must say, at a kick save by Katie Kilgore, the head coach in the third base box. By the way, I must say thank you so much to a little boy named Sean Collins. His big sister plays on the JV for Ridgepoint. I dropped my glasses between the press box and the fence. I never could have gotten them without Sean Collins, who's, 35 pounds maybe. He slipped in there real easy. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball. Charging it is the third baseman, Samine. Throws across and out at first, but that moves Kowalewski over to third base. Score that 5-3. Now one away. Rachel Ibarra, the pitcher. She's an awesome pitcher, but she's much more than that. Hitting .342, .419 on-base percentage. She's got 6 RBIs and a homer on the season. That's the only run she's scored because when she gets on base, they replace her with a courtesy runner. And she takes the first pitch high. 1-0 on Rachel Ibarra, who's a senior. Now a right-hander, the first one in the lineup that Blaine Simmons has worked against. Here's the 1-0. And just below the knees, it was over the plate. But still, it's 2-0. Ibarra keeps kicking the dirt around in the right-handed box. Now she's set. Here comes the 2-0. Over but low again, and it's 3-0. You might be careful if you're Blaine Simmons pitching around Rachel Ibarra, but the thing is, there's someone in the on-deck circle hitting .385. Here's the 3-0 in there for a strike. The wind is blowing from left to right, pretty much from the left field pole to the right field pole. Ibarra ready, the 3-1. She swings and misses. She was trying to go downtown to that one. But it's 3-2. With the leadoff double on the first pitch of the game by Kowalewski, if Ridgepoint could keep her from scoring, they'd have to be happy with that. And there's a nice cut at a 3-2 pitch right back into the net, and it remains a full count. Blaine Simmons has thrown every pitch in the Panthers' last 4 games. Aliana Bryant has had an ankle problem, and it's been down to Blaine. There's a pop-up on the infield. It's a Paula Abdul pop-up straight up, and Grace Yannick has it between the pitcher's circle and the first base line, and that's 2 away. You breathe a sigh of relief when you get Rachel Ibarra out that way. Even when she makes an out, usually it's a loud one that could go deep to the outfield. So a little bit of pressure here on Maddie Morris, who plays second base, right-handed hitter facing Simmons. Simmons nods her head at her catcher, Reagan Green. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul on the left side. Bounces off the front of the Ridgepoint dugout, and Alexis Samine, the third base player, picks it up. This is the top of the first. Big game between Travis and Ridgepoint for its share of the district championship. Morris with the open stance, ready. And it's a ground ball back up the middle and into center field, and that will score Kobalewski. An RBI single for Maddie Morris. That's her 16th hit of the season. And now it's Kennedy Clark.
Now batting, number 10, Kennedy Clark.
Kennedy Clark is hitting .529. Another lefty. Another lefty who doesn't wear gloves. First pitch to her, she takes it in there for a strike, or I thought it was. Looked like it got a good portion of the plate, but it's 1-0. Kennedy Clark has caught every pitch thrown by Travis this year. So sometimes you'll have a catcher and you just have to stick to compliments about that player defensively, but not with Kennedy Clark. She's a masher. Takes a pitch over the inside part of the plate, and it's 2-0. Clark has a .619 on base percentage. She slugs .706. Simmons brings the 2-0. And I'm just not sure where those last 3 pitches have been, but none of them have been called strikes. 3-0. Left-handed pull hitters, if they can get one up in the air, that left to right wind might help it a little bit. There's a strike on the inside half of the plate. Got some beautiful sounds out here, people cheering for their teams, little kids running across the aluminum bleachers. Here goes another one. Here's the 3-1. High in the air to right center field. Blaine Simmons ranging over, and she's got it. So for Travis, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 player left on base. We'll continue to the bottom of the first. Travis 1, Ridgepoint 0. This VypeFortBend.com presentation of Fort Bend County softball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity is a proud supporter of Fort Bend and Greater Houston High School sports on VypeFortBend.com. With the new Xfinity Sports Zone app, watch multiple games at once and check live stats and scores while watching another game. It's the best sports entertainment experience with Xfinity X1. And by First Tire and Automotive. Make sure your vehicles are in shape for the spring. First Tire and Automotive has locations in First Colony, Greatwood, Katy Cinco Ranch, and on Eldridge Road in Sugar Land. All 4 of those locations are open on Saturdays. For the best prices on tires, go to firsttireandauto.com.
We mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
We want to thank the team at Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land for their big assist all year. They've been taking care of business for us so we can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. We have brought you always at least 2 games a week, but some weeks we brought you 5 or 6. And we've been killing it, and we're pretty proud of it too. We are your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports. I think I might have misspoken going into that break. I think I said 2 runs on 2 hits. It was 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 player left on base for Travis. Now it's Ridge Point's turn to bat, and Blaine Simmons always leads off. She takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Got some big numbers on Blaine and several other Ridge Point players as the second pitch is outside. Blaine is 33 for her last 54. She's hitting at a .611 clip. Ibarra brings it, and it's a hard ground ball past shortstop, between the mound and shortstop, and Blaine Simmons gets on for Ridge Point to begin the home part of the first inning as Ridge Point trails by a score of 1-0.
Box for the Lady Panthers, number 4, Riley Shipp.
Now it's Riley Shipp, who has committed to play her softball at LeTourneau University in Longview. Open stance from the left-handed box and takes the first pitch high. Quick throw down to first base, and Simmons is back in. Rachel Ibarra. 60 innings pitched on the season, 84 strikeouts, 31 hits allowed. Her next pitch is on the outside corner. 1-1 now on Riley Shipp. Rachel has only given up 5 earned runs during the season. Here's the 1-1, bunted in front. Third baseman Kowalewski picks it up, throws to first in time. Simmons moves over to second, and it's a sacrifice bunt.
Batting for the Lady Panthers, number 16, Grace Yannick.
All right, what's Grace Yannick been doing? Well, first of all, Grace and her family and everybody who loves the Yannicks is praying for Grace's grandma. She's battling liver cancer, and we hope she's listening tonight. Hang in there, and we expect to see you at a ball game or many ball games in the future. Grace takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Next one. That's a strike on the outside corner, and she's down 0-2. She's hit in 7 straight district games. She's gone 16 for her last 27, hitting .593 with 20 RBIs since starting with that game against Clements on March 30th. That was a gutsy take of the 0-2 pitch, and it was outside, so Yannick is still up there. Open stance from the right-handed box. She wears her stirrup socks, which are white with purple stripes. She hits it high in the air to right center field. It's carrying, and it's gone! Grace Yannick has gone yard to put Ridgepoint ahead, 2-1 in the first. I'll bet that puts a smile on her grandmother's face. Well, Travis was feeling good about grabbing that one-run lead, but Grace Yannick erased it with one mighty swing on a 1-2 pitch, and now it's Alexa Samine. Alexa hits righty, and it's easy to remember that Alexa Samine is going to Colorado School of Mines to get a degree and play softball. First pitch to her, it was high and out of the strike zone, and she fouled it straight back. The catcher, Kennedy Clark of Travis, gives it a look. Clark is catching. Emily Camacho at first base. Maddie Morris at second. The shortstop is Lauren Garza. Ariel Kowalewski at third base. Riley Westmoreland in left. Ashley Rojas in center. And Maria Reese in right field. And the 0-1 pitch is downstairs. 1-1 the count on Alexa Samine. Ibarra brings it. Ground ball, one hopper right back to Rachel, who picks it and throws over to Emily Camacho. That gets the second out. Now Reagan Green, the catcher for these Ridgepoint Panthers.
Coming to the plate for the Lady Panthers, number 12, Reagan Green.
Reagan Green's been busy. 13 for her last 52, hitting .250 in that span. 5 RBIs for the Ridgepoint catcher. Right-handed hitter, 2 outs, bases empty. First pitch swinging, it's a little looper to short and grabbed by Lauren Garza. That'll do it for Ridgepoint, but 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors and nobody left on base. We'll continue on VypeFortBend.com. 2-1 Ridgepoint going to the second.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
Camacho, Rojas, and Garza coming up for Travis in inning number 2. Emily Camacho, the senior at first base, .324 batting average, on-base percentage of .405, and she's slugging .486. She has a homer this year, and she's scored 10 runs, driven in 12, and has 12 hits. It looks like that wind is starting to die down slightly. 3 flags in straightaway center from left to right. The United States of America, the great state of Texas, and the Ridgepoint softball official flag. You see that logo on a lot of parents' and siblings' t-shirts. Emily Camacho bats right. Wears a white glove on each hand. Blaine Simmons moves from the back of the pitcher's circle to the pitcher's rubber and leans back and now brings it. It's high for ball 1. Blaine Simmons likes to take time between pitches, although she seems to be taking more time than she has in other games that I've seen her pitch, because this is a game of great magnitude. Here's the 1-0. And it's a sinking fly ball behind shortstop, and it finds grass. It's down for a hit. Emily Camacho on with a single to lead off the second. Now it's Ashley Rojas, the senior center fielder, .355 average. 524 on base, slugging .516, has a homer, 19 runs scored, and 7 driven in. Simmons with a long look in, gets the sign from Green. Ready to bring it to the right-handed Rojas. First pitch, caught the outside corner for a strike. Or did it? The scoreboard says 1-0. I thought I saw the umpire make a bit of a gesture with a right hand. And I thought I heard a little something. But there's a pitch. Now that's a strike for sure. So we think it's 1-1. Two to 1 Ridge Point. Travis batting in the top of the second. Simmons rubs up the softball. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Okay, now we know that the first pitch was certainly a ball because it's 1-2 now. And Ashley Rojas is still up there swinging. Travis in the white pants, the red jersey tops. They look very similar to the ones that the Travis baseball team wears. Here's the 1-2, way high, and it's 2-2. Emily Camacho led off this inning with the third hit of the game for Travis. Just a little dink over the shortstop, Nohea Anderson. Here's the 2-2, and that is sliced foul over, and Grace Yannick went after it and picked it after one hop. But it'll remain 2-2. Simmons ready to bring that 2-2 on its way, and a nice job of fighting it off. Rojas sent it back into the screen. You look at the two game changer pages for these schools, and you don't know if the first game was 13-3 or 13-4, but either way, it was a butt whooping that Travis put on Ridge Point. Sliced foul over to the right. You know, since, well, I don't know that it was a run rule game necessarily. Ridge Point did bat in the seventh inning. But that was a long time ago. There's a changeup. Just missed the top part of the strike zone. Simmons thought she had it. And it's 3-2. One dynamic of those of you who don't listen to softball as often as you listen to baseball, the pitch count really doesn't mean anything. Here's a fly ball into right field. Blaine Simmons squeezes it with two hands and sends it back in. One away, and Camacho retreats to first. Second fly ball out that Blaine Simmons has caught. Now it's Lauren Garza, the shortstop. Lauren is a freshman, so you got Kowalewski, the sophomore, and Garza, the freshman. They are both looking pretty good and should be here at Travis for a long time. First pitch swinging, and it's a grounder foul off to the left. Garza hitting .282. On base, .378. She has 9 RBIs. And to trust the shortstop position to a freshman says a lot about that freshman. Kind of like Justin Vossas of Ridge Point Baseball 2 years ago. Here's a pitch high, 1-1 now on Garza. Simmons taking her time. Got to think through every pitch. And there's a line drive into left field. Solid base hit. Camacho stops at second base, but Travis has something going with one away. Runners at first and second. Garza hit that one hard. Wonder if we had all that technological equipment, all the StatCast stuff that tells you how hard the ball came off the bat. That would have been impressive. Now it's Jaden Coburn. She bats number 9. And what an opportunity for her. She's hitting .267, which is not bad, but on this Travis team, by comparison, it looks like a low average. It is not. First pitch to her, down and in, and it's 1-0. Coburn has 8 hits on the season. She's driven in 11. Camacho out there at second base. Simmons with an intense look on her face, ready to bring the 1-0, but Reagan Green is not ready for her to. She's communicating with the dugout. They want to make sure they have the right battle plan. Now she sends the signal out there to Simmons, who's ready to bring it. Coburn ready. Here's the 1-0. Strike on the outside corner on the changeup from Simmons. Coburn puts up the right hand, steps into the box. Open stance. Here's the pitch. Down and out for a ball. 2-1 the count. By the way, Ridgepoint and Travis are playing baseball. And ever since Ridgepoint moved up into Class 6A, we have never missed a Ridgepoint-Travis baseball game until now. This one is just too big to miss. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Coburn chased a pitch that was high and out of the strike zone. You can just feel how badly these two teams want to win this ball game, and we're only in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. Outside, and the count goes full 3-2. Simmons does not want to walk the number 9 hitter and go back to Ariel Kowalewski. Coburn ready, and here it comes. And that's to short right field. Simmons ranging over, and it's off her glove. It hits the grass. That will score Camacho at least. And it'll score just the 1 run. There will be runners. Hold on, there's one more coming in. Behind Camacho, it's Rojas to score. Correction, it's Garza to score. And Travis reclaims the lead, 3-2. Well, you got to give Coburn a base hit on that one. And you got to give her a double, because Blaine was moving toward that ball. She had a bead on it. She was about 3 feet from the foul line. And we're going to have a pitching change. Blaine Simmons is going to be replaced, and Aliana Bryant, for the first time since that game against Travis way back when, is coming into pitch. We'll take a break on VypeFortBend.com. It is 3-2 Travis. They're batting here in the top of the second, and we will return.
First Tire and Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
All right, Coach Lindsey Gage has made a change, and it's Aliana Bryant back into the pitcher's circle for the first time since Travis met Ridgepoint in that big win for the Tigers, where they scored 10 runs in the bottom of the sixth to turn a 3-2 deficit into a runaway win. And here's that dangerous freshman again. I'm sorry, sophomore. Ariel Kowalewski, first pitch to her, is down and away from Bryant. Coburn is at second after her double. 5 hits already in the game for Travis. Left-handed hitting, Kowalewski facing Bryant for the first time in this game, and the pitch is high, 2-0. Bryant, also a right-hander. Grinds the ball against the hip, now brings the 2-0. And that's on the outside corner for a strike to Kowalewski, who doubled on the first pitch of the game. Riley Westmoreland will follow. The 2-1 on the way, and she swung late and fouled it off to the left. Hit the screen in front of the Ridgepoint fans on the third base side. Coburn taking that track marathon stance over at second. Ground ball to first. Yannick makes the play over there and fires it across to Samine at third, but not in time to get Coburn, who advances. So it's basically something that works like a bunt. So we'll score that 3 unassisted to put out Kowalewski. It's the second out. And now it's Westmoreland, who grounded out to third base her first time. Lefty hitter with no gloves. Pitch on the way. Outside corner strike. Riley really worked on her face paint today. Looks great. Scarlet and gray, the official colors of the Travis Tigers. Here's the 0-1. And kind of a swinging bunt, but it goes foul on the left. There are 2 Rileys in this game, Riley Shipp of Ridgepoint and Riley Westmoreland of Travis, and they both play left field. Westmoreland kicks the dirt around in the box. Lefty swinger ready. Here comes the 0-2. And it's a weak ground ball right back to the pitcher Bryant. She throws over to Yannick at first, and that'll quell the uprising. But Travis picks up 2 runs, and they regain the lead. It is 3-2, and we'll be back at Siena right after this on VypeFortBend.com.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New performance started plus internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
Be with us tomorrow night. We've got more coverage. Our game tomorrow is baseball, Dulles at Elkins. No game Wednesday night, but then on Thursday night we've got Angleton against Kempner softball. And then Ridgepoint fans, be with us on Friday night. We've got your Panthers in action taking on the Elkins Knights. right here on the hardscrabble streets of Siena. We brought you a broadcast of the game where the Panthers beat the Knights the first time over at the Castle. Justin Vossis hit a home run. That's the only home run that Knights pitchers have allowed in district play this year. And I also remember during that game, Blaine Simmons walked in with a big smile on her face because she hit a grand slam against Clements in a 19-2 win. Now Nohea Anderson, who is at second base now, started the game at shortstop, coming up to bat for the first time against Rachel Ibarra. Right-handed swinger, does not wear gloves, very much an open stance, looks at the second pitch, in there for a strike. It evens the count, 1-1. Noahea is 4 for her last 12. Looks at a pitch that just missed down and away. I think Noahea was happy with that call. Maybe relieved is a better word. 3 RBIs in those last 12 at-bats. She swings and hits a weak grounder to short. Lauren Garza up with it. Throws across in time. Little Journey walk-up music.
Lady Panthers, number 10, Blaine Simmons.
I guess there's really no bad time for Steve Perry singing. First pitch to Blaine Simmons, the one who hit the grand slam in that 19-2 win over Clements. Comes up. And what can we say about Blaine? She's 3 for her last 5 with 2 RBIs. Takes a strike, and it's 0-2. She had that grand slam and a triple in that game against Clements, which was on March 30th. Won an award from the Houston Chronicle. Here's the 0-2. Burns off the outside corner, called strike 3. First strikeout for the flamethrower, Rachel Ibarra. 2 away, and the base is empty for Julia Robinson.
Player, number 11, Julia Robinson.
She's 1 for 4. Her last 4, I should say. That was in that game against George Ranch, April 9th. She went 1 for 4. First pitch to her. In there for a strike at the knees. She swings righty. Long blonde braided ponytail. Here's the 0-1. And that's high. If she can get on, it'll be Callie Mays. One. There's a strike, and it's 1-2. And I think Ibarra has kind of found a groove right now. Well, but we should also concede this is the bottom half of the Ridgepoint lineup. Ibarra brings the 1-2, called strike 3, second strikeout of the inning, and that'll put down the Ridgepoint Panthers in order. We'll move to the third. Travis 3 and Ridgepoint 2.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
All right, here we go to the third. 3-2, Travis on top, and it'll be Ibarra, Morris, and Clark. So Aliana Bryant took over the pitching duties during inning number 2.
Number 11.
Now Blaine Simmons is at shortstop. Nohea Anderson is at second. No other defensive changes. Samine still at third. Yannick still at first. Ibarra, who popped up in her first plate appearance. Yannick came in and got it. First pitch to her in this plate appearance is a strike on the inside half of the plate. Ridgepoint has played a lot of different people at shortstop this year. They've had Kyla Correa, Jade Uresti, Simmons, who's really the number 1 person. There's a ground ball to Simmons. She scoops it on 2 hops, throws across to Yannick in time. 1 away. So you've had Nohea Anderson, who's a great talent, but just not very experienced. So she started this game at short, but then after the pitching change, Simmons went to short. Anderson now at second. Everything else is the same. 3-2, Travis, top of the third. Bryant twists a little bit, then rocks, and it's another ground ball to Simmons. A little bobble, but no problem. Low throw, though. And safe at first is Maddie Morris. That'll have to be an E6. Simmons was in a position to get the throw there on time, but because of the bobble, I think she rushed a little more than she needed to. Now Kennedy Clark flied out to right field in inning number 1. And she asks for time. You know, I was giving you our coverage for the week, and I said that the Ridgepoint boys play baseball against Elkins on Friday night. We'll have that one. And we also have a game on Saturday. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to Kennedy Clark. The game we'll have for you on Saturday, 1 o'clock first pitch. Dulles hosting the Austin Bulldogs. When I go to Dulles, I would prefer that it was an evening game. And there's a very good reason for that. Clark ready, here's the pitch. And it's a weak grounder to Yannick at first. She'll step on first. That's the second out, and over to second goes Maddie Morris. That's the second 3 unassisted play that Grace has made. Emily Camacho singled to lead off the second and came around to score on the on the Lauren Garza base hit. Actually, it was the Jaden Coburn hit that drove in both Camacho and Garza. Camacho with a crouch stance, looks at the first pitch outside. This is a lot to ask of Bryant to come in such a big game. She hasn't pitched in the last 4 games for Ridgepoint, but she looks like she's equal to the task so far. Here's the 1-0 high for ball 2. Maddie Morris standing on second, and she gets a good push as soon as the ball crosses the plate, just in case she needs to move, and she'll need to move on contact with 2 away. Here's the 2-0. High fly ball, and it looks like it's Simmons just in front of the outfield grass over behind third base. Makes the play, and no damage by Travis here in the top of the third. No runs on no hits, 1 error, and 1 player left on base. We'll continue to the bottom of the third. Travis leading Ridgepoint 3-2.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
Bottom of the third coming up, Ridgepoint batting with Callie Mays, Blaine Simmons, and Riley Shipp.
Bottom of the third for your Lady Panther center fielder, number 24, Callie Mays.
You know, I had a moment of, I won't say heartbreak, that's a little bit strong, but I broadcasted a 2019 game between Travis and Ridgepoint here at Siena, and there was a girl on the team. She was a junior in 2019, Lily Carney. You know that up-close magazine they hand out in Fort Bend County? She was on the cover one time, an adorable little girl. There's more to the story. First pitch to Callie Mays. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to Callie. By the way, before I tell you about Lily Carney, I got to tell you a little something about Callie Mays. And I think I felt a raindrop on my head. Please, no. There's a pitch down and away for a ball. It is starting to drop a little bit. I didn't think there was any chance of that, as the count is 1-1 on Callie Mays. And there's a ground ball to third base. It's Kowalewski up with it, throws, and picked out over there at first base. Beautiful play. Emily Camacho making the put out. And that could have been a big out. You never know just how big. Prior to that, Callie Mays has hit in 5 straight district games, 8 for 14 in that span, hitting .571 and driving in 5 during that hit streak. But she'll have to come up later and try to prolong it. Anyway, don't worry, I will finish the story about Lily Carney of Travis, who was on the team in 2019 as a junior. Blaine Simmons, first pitch swinging, slow roller to second. Easy play for Maddie Morris. 2 quickly gone in the Ridgepoint third. So Rachel Ibarra has been inducing those ground balls.
Fielder, number 4, Riley Shipp.
Now Riley Shipp, who put down a sacrifice her first time. First pitch is in the dirt. So Lily Carney is someone that when she was in either 5th or 6th grade, I can't remember which, I actually taught her in Bible class. She went to our church for a while. And there's a strike. 1-1 on Shipp. So I got there early enough where I was going to say hello to Lily. Here's a foul ball out of play to the left. And Lily didn't remember who I was. 6, maybe 7 years earlier. I don't know. You know, there's this deal I make with kids that I teach in Bible class. Here's the 1-2. That's outside 2-2. We have this thing at our church called Senior Sunday where we honor all the graduating seniors. And I tell them, if you'll just say something during your little speech, here's a one-hop ground ball, and it's an error on Garza, which means that Riley Shipp reaches with 2 outs. Each team shortstop making an error here in the third inning. So anyway, I make the promise to these kids. I say, during this senior thing where we honor you, if you'll just say something about, you know, your teachers when you were in 5th and 6th grade, we call them the live wires, then I'll give you $50 on the spot. I've never had to give anybody $50. All right, so with Shipp aboard at first base after the error. Grace Yannick, who hit a 2-run homer, comes up. That put Ridgepoint ahead temporarily, 2-1. Now they're down 3-2, and Grace asks for time. You know, those years between 5th and 6th grade and late high school, there's so much happens. It's like the kids remember some things, but there's a lot they don't remember at all. I guess it's not that interesting to them. Here's a called strike on the outside corner to Yannick. I hope our audio is suiting you just fine. We had a little bit of a blurb there, but I think we're all right. The 2-1 pitch, that's deep to center, but this time it's going to hang up for Rojas. She's got it, and that'll do it for Ridgepoint in the third. No runs on no hits, 1 error, 1 player left on base, and we'll move to the fourth. Travis leading Ridgepoint 3-2.
First Tire and Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
We take care of you so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
I'm not sure how long you lost our audio, but we're back. Here's a round ball to third. Coming up strong with it is Samine. Throws over to Yannick for an out, 2 away. And it's the number 9 hitter, Jaden Coburn, who has 2 of the 3 Travis RBIs.
Now batting number 1, Jaden Coburn.
After that double, she made it to third, but she was stranded there. Bryant is facing her for the first time in this game. Righty working to righty. Open stance for Coburn. Here's the pitch. Here's a strike. Coburn steps out, visualizes the picture-perfect swing. She's got strong arms. Here's the 0-1. Down and in. A lot of noise coming out of the Travis dugout, trying to expand their 3-2 lead. Bryant taking her time. 2 outs, bases empty. Coburn ready, backs out of there because it was in tight. And the count 2-1. Kind of refreshing, no hit by pitches thus far tonight. Coburn ready for the 2-1. Lets it go by, and it's high for ball 3. Good take. Fort Bend ISD kids did not go to school today. Their teachers did go to professional development. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that's a nice rip. Coburn thought she had something she could do something with, and she fouled it back. You probably heard the big crash. Hopefully the rain won't be with us for long. It's very, very little, but it doesn't take much to mess up electronics. Here's another good rip and a foul back by Coburn. And it looks like she can get a big swing when she chokes up, and it appears that, you know, she does something that a lot of players just don't like to do. They'll decide they don't want to choke up with 2 strikes, but she does leave about an inch of bat showing. Here's the 3-2, and it's high. She drew a walk. And that's the first walk of the night by any pitcher from any team. Ariel Kowalewski, 1 for 2 with a first inning double. Grounded out to Yannick on her other plate appearance. Here's the pitch. It's high. Green comes up out of her crouch as she makes the catch and looks down at first base. Coburn not going anywhere and not straying off far enough to draw a throw. 1-0 the count on Kowalewski. See if she'll be the Polish rifle for these Travis Tigers right here. And it's a ground ball up the middle. A diving Simmons can't get it. It's into center field. And Travis has runners at first and second with 2 outs in the 4th. And already leading it 3-2. 6th hit of the game for Travis, only 2 for Ridgepoint. Coburn has pretty good speed, and she's at second right now. And here comes Riley Westmoreland, 0 for 2 with a pair of ground outs. Infield in tight. Pitch on the way. Outside for a ball. Ridgepoint really doesn't want to get too far behind Rachel Ibarra. Here's the Bryant pitch, and it's a ground ball, and it's picked over there beautifully At third base, Alexis Samine throws out Riley Westmoreland, and there you go. Travis gets a pair of runners on after 2 were out, but they didn't get anything out of it, and we will return on VypeFortBend.com. 3-2 Travis going to the bottom of the 4th.
First Tire and Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
You are the master of the multi. And we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
Number 7, Alexis Samine.
Alexis Samine will lead it off for Ridge Point in the bottom of the 4th as they trail Travis 3-2 in this game that will decide which of these teams gets a share of the district championship. George Ranch playing a game this week that they are heavily favored to win. So it is more than likely the winner of this game in George Ranch will finish tied atop the district standings with 2 losses. And then the question becomes, will we see a 1-game playoff between George Ranch and the winner? Are we still on? Yeah, I guess we're still on. And Alexis Samine swings at the first pitch, and it's a little foul ball right by her feet. Rachel Ibarra, she throws hard, but she doesn't seem to be expending a lot of energy. Brings the 0-1 in the dirt, bounced about 4 feet in front of the plate. Samine not chasing. Alexa is 0 for 1 with a ground ball back to Ibarra in the first. Here's the 1-1. And just missing away. Two and 1 the count on Samine, who's headed for the Colorado School of Mines. And there's a hard ground ball, but it's foul just about a foot outside the bag on third base side. Coming over from second base for Travis, it's Maddie Morris with a word of encouragement for Rachel Ibarra. The right-hander brings the 2-2, and it's downstairs, a gutsy take. And we'll have a 3-2 pitch coming. 3-2 on the way. High for ball 4. And now both pitching staffs have walked somebody. Reagan Green comes up. She hit a soft liner to shortstop to end the first inning.
Now batting catcher number 12, Reagan Green.
There's a man to my left, and I presume that's Reagan's dad. Here's the first pitch to her. He's taking a picture, and the first pitch, I believe, was a ball. Ibarra looking very relaxed. Righty brings it to Green, puts down a bunt toward third, and the sacrifice is good as Kowalewski throws out Green. And the tying run moves to second base. Second sack bunt successful for Ridgepoint tonight.
Nohea Anderson.
Now Nohea Anderson grounded out to shortstop in inning number 2. We'll go to work on Ibarra and try to get that run home and tie it up. First pitch is a strike on the inside half of the plate. Nohea has a big plume of hair coming out the back of her batting helmet. Here's the 0-1. That's in the dirt. And Samine looks at it but does not try to advance. The count 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Foul back into the net. Don't forget, baseball tomorrow. It is Dulles at Elkins. 6:45 with the Batter Up show. On Thursday night, it is softball from Kempner as they host Angleton. Here's the 1-2. Check swing, called strike 3. 3 strikeouts on the night for Rachel Ibarra. All of them looking.
Lady Panthers, right fielder, number 10, Blaine Simmons.
Blaine Simmons was one of those strikeout victims, and I'm sure she would like to make everybody forget about that with an RBI hit right here. Lefty swinger against Ibarra, who works quickly, and that's a ground ball toward first, but it trickles into foul ground. Camacho tags Simmons. An extraneous tag. Simmons and her sister Malin both going to Mary Hardin Baylor. Called strike on the outside corner, and she's down 0-2. Simmons doesn't get out of the box. She stays in there and swings and misses at the 2-strike pitch. Down she goes. 2 strikeouts in the inning. That's the first swinging strikeout of the night for Ibarra. And we will head to the 5th inning. Travis hanging on to that 3-2 lead. You're listening to VypeFortBend.com.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
All right, Travis coming to bat, top of the 5th. It gets late early around here when you got great pitchers on the mound. Rachel Ibarra has held Ridgepoint to 2 hits. And the Tigers lead 3-2, and Eliana Bryant on the mound for Ridgepoint. And the first pitch of this top of the 5th inning is a ball inside to, well, Rachel Ibarra. Rachel is 0 for 2 with a pop-up and a ground out to short. Bryant digging in. Here's the pitch to her counterpart. Down and in for ball 2. You know, I need to check my phone because I'm supposed to get score updates from Travis versus Ridgepoint baseball. I'm sure there's some scores there. Here's the 2-0. strike at the letters, and it's 2-1. All right, so no score. Top of the second between Travis and Ridgepoint in baseball. Right here, it's Travis on top 3-2 as they bat in the visitors' part of the fifth inning. Here it comes. And Ibarra takes another strike at the letters. Evens the count 2-2. Rachel's a senior, but so many of the good players on this Travis team are going to be back in 2022. And there's a line drive in center field, and coming on is Callie Mays. The glove on her left hand is the place where extra base hits go to die. And there's one away. Great read there. In came Callie Mays and said, not so fast, my friend.
Now batting, number 13, Maddie Morris.
Maddie Morris had an RBI single in inning number 1, and she reached on an error in the third, so Ridgepoint hasn't been able to keep her off the bases. Bryant brings it. First pitch swinging, and it's high in the air, foul, back behind us, out of play. Might have made the tennis courts over on the right side. Here's the next pitch, and it's way high, and it's a ball. Maddie looked like she wanted to pull the trigger, but it was just way too high. I mean, way too high. Bryant ready. Brings the 1-1. And again, it's high, not as high as before, but Morris lays off. And Reagan Green's going to go out there and talk to Bryant for a moment. Conversation continues inside the pitcher's circle. Home plate umpire brushed off the plate, and now she was just about ready. She kind of gave Reagan and Aliana that "don't make me come out there" look, and they finished their conversation. Maddie Morris back in there. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. High again, and it's 3-1. Now here comes another one from Bryant. And it got her on the arm, and if it hadn't, it would have been ball 4 anyway. But that's the first hit by pitch of the night.
Now batting, number 10.
You know, I'm not even sure it was a hit by pitch. Either way, we know that Morris is at first. I'm going to put it down as a hit by pitch. I think it grazed her left tricep. And now Kennedy Clark. 0 for 2 with a fly ball to right and a ground out to first. And that pitch is high, and a throw down to first, and a sweep tag by Yannick does not get a diving Maddie Morris. Oh, guess what? Travis has broken out on top in the baseball game. It is 4-0 in the top of the third as Ridgepoint bats. 1-0 the count. Clark ready. Here's the pitch. And it's a weak fly ball, a little liner to shortstop, and they tried to double up Morris, but she got back to first. 2 outs, and Morris still over there at first, and now it's Emily Camacho. So that soft liner to Blaine Simmons at shortstop. Emily Camacho 1 for 2 with a single to lead off the second. Little bitty raindrops keep hitting us. Here's the pitch by Bryant, and it's inside, causes Camacho to kind of spin out of the way. Bryant nods at her catcher, Reagan Green. Open stance for the right-handed slugger, Emily Camacho. Here it comes. Up and in for a ball, 2-0. One of these teams is going to come out of this with a glistening record of 10-2 and will likely tie George Ranch for the district championship and head to the playoffs. Of course, everybody's going to head to the playoffs. That pitch is in the dirt. It's a wild pitch. It gets past Green, and that enables Morris to move from first to second, so she's in scoring position with 2 away. Got to call that a wild pitch. Not really much that Reagan could have done right there. Bryant steps back up onto the rubber and brings it. Camacho looks at a strike at the letters. That makes it 3-1. Wouldn't Travis feel good about things if they could win this softball game and they get the baseball victory? 3-1 pitch is high for ball 4, and Camacho is aboard. Now, Ridgepoint is not going to make any excuses. However, they have been in quarantine for 2 weeks. And then you've got to play the toughest competition in the district in the Travis Tigers. So it's not an opportune time to play Travis, put it that way, for the baseball Panthers. Ashley Rojas is now the hitter, and she's 0 for 2. And there's a conversation between head coach Lindsey Gage and the home plate umpire. Not sure what this is about. But I am sure of one thing. I need a bigger umbrella. I didn't think there was any chance of rain here tonight, and we're getting just enough drops for me to worry about losing the signal. All right, Rojas would love to drive home an insurance run. First pitch to her is high. Morris is at second. With 1 out, she was hit by a pitch, and she advanced to second on a wild pitch while Camacho was in the batter's box. And eventually, Camacho drew ball 4. 2-0 on Rojas. Here's the pitch, and it's high. It's just a 3-2 game, but Ridgepoint wants to make sure they don't let it get away from them right here. Here's the 3-0. And there's a strike at the letters, a late call, and Rojas started to lean toward first. She didn't start running that way. Open stance near the front of the right-handed box, ready for the 3-1, and she hits a ground ball foul. Backhanded over there by Samine. So with a 3-2 count and 2 outs, as soon as the ball gets to home plate, you'll see Morris, or you won't see it, I'll describe it for you. Morris and Camacho will begin running. Here's the 3-2. Swung on, fly ball into left field. It's going to hang up for Ship. Lazy fly ball out, and that'll do it. Travis threatens but does not score. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. They lead Ridgepoint 3-2.
First Tire and Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Town Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireAuto.com.
Mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
I'm sorry. I'm just not down with the non-Neil Diamond version of Sweet Caroline. Yes, that's right. I said it.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for your Lady Panthers, designated player number 11, Julia Robinson.
See, I should have used the permanent marker on my little lineup thing. It looks like somebody bled all over it. And here we go. First pitch from Ibarra to Ridge Point's Julia Robinson to begin the bottom of the 5th. So we had all the runs in the first inning and a half, and after that, the pitching has buckled down. Robinson takes a pitch over but low, and it's 1-1. The Beatles did a song called Julia. It wasn't that great of a song. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and a little foul tip. Bounces up and hits the home plate umpire, and she's going to have to walk around for a moment. And so, very courteously, it's the catcher for Travis, Kennedy Clark, who goes out to talk to her pitcher and let the home plate umpire kind of walk it off. And 1-2 is the count on Julia Robinson. Ibarra rocks and fires. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Most of her strikeouts have been the called variety.
Stepping in the box for the
and there's one away in the Ridge Point 5th. 3 straight strikeouts
Callie Mays
for Ibarra. Callie Mays made a really nice play in center field, coming in to catch a sinking line drive earlier tonight. In her one plate appearance, she grounded out to short. She lays off as the first pitch is in the dirt, 1-0. Callie looks up at the barrel of the bat, spins it around. Lefty ready. Started to pull the trigger, and she let it go by. It looked like it was right down the middle. But somehow it's ball 2. Ibarra took a long look, seeming to say, I don't believe what I just heard after what I saw. Here's the 2-0, and that's high, 3-0 on Callie Mays. And now is a little bit of a mound conference, a very brief one. Kowalewski and Camacho came over from the corner infield spots. And there's Mays starting to move out of the box as the pitch was on its way and took it for a strike, 3-1. So, Travis with the 3-2 lead. That is also a strike, and again, Mays moved out of the box, and she felt like that was high. One out as Callie stands in. She wants to get on board for Blaine Simmons, who's waiting on deck. Check swing, and it's off the netting on the left side. Mays ready for another 3-2, and it's excuse me swing over to third, and it's bobbled. She's safe. Well, that was helpful for the Ridgepoint cause as Kowalewski makes an uncharacteristic error. And so, with one out, a player is aboard for Blaine Simmons, who's 1 for 2 tonight. That's an E5 and the second error of the night for Travis. Now Simmons swings at the first pitch, and it's in the air, foul. Several players giving it a look over there, but it's out of play, out of their reach. You knew it was out of play. Kowalewski, Garza, Westmoreland all taking a look. Lefty Simmons ready. Here's the 0-1, and it's high. That evens the count 1-1, and the catcher Clark stood up and looked over there at Mays. Said, "You want to go? You want to go?" She didn't actually say that. 1-1 the count. Blaine ready. Swing and a miss at a change up. That one dropped off the table. It looked really tasty, and then it dropped off the table. Here's the 1-2, grounded foul to the right, and it almost got in the gate, the opening to the Travis dugout. Their energetic young coach, Katie Kilgore, is over there sitting on a ball bucket. Here's the pitch. Outside. 2-2. Something's wrong with the scoreboard. It says it's 0-0. Gentle rain continues to fall at Ridgepoint. Next pitch in there for a called strike 3. I'm not sure if Simmons is disappointed with herself for not pulling the trigger or if she didn't like the call. I don't know. But it's the second strikeout of the inning. 2 away.
Number 4, Riley Ship.
Riley Ship put down a sacrifice bunt, reached on an error, and needs to hit safely here with 2 outs and a runner at first. Looks at the first pitch outside, and a throw down to first. Mays dives back in as Camacho applies the tag. Very much an open stance for Ship. Swings at the changeup. Comes up very empty, and it's 1-1. Now she digs in and swings, slices one off the netting on the left, and it's 1-2. So this is the bottom of the 5th. Got a little bit of a buzz in our sound, at least at my end. I hope you're not hearing that. And just getting a piece. Great job by Riley Ship. Just staying alive. Ridgepoint trailing 3-2 as they bat in the bottom of the 5th, and it's a ground ball to deep short, and Garza with a long throw just in time. That was a big play, and it was about a nanoseconds difference. Good call, though, I think, by the ump. So that retires the side. Ridgepoint, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 player left on base, and we'll be back. 3-2. Travis leads it as they come to bat in the top of the 6th.
First Tire and Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
This VypeFortBend.com presentation of Fort Bend County softball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity is a proud supporter of Fort Bend and Greater Houston High School sports on VypeFortBend.com with the new Xfinity Sports Zone app. Watch multiple games at once and check live stats and scores while watching another game. It's the best sports entertainment experience with Xfinity X1. And by First Tire and Automotive. Make sure your vehicles are in shape for the spring. First Tire and Automotive has locations in First Colony, Greatwood, Katy Cinco Ranch, and on Eldridge Road in Sugar Land, and all 4 of them are open on Saturdays. For the best prices on tires, go to FirstTireandAuto.com. Okay, we got 2 more innings to go, and Travis hanging on to that 3-2 lead. Lauren Garza, the freshman shortstop, will lead it off, and then it's Jaden Coburn and Ariel Kobalewski. First pitch swinging, hard ground ball to short. Simmons to her left, throws strong across to get the out. 1 pitch and 1 away. So now Jaden Coburn, they haven't been able to keep her off the bases. She had that double to drive in 2 runs. It came in the second, and she walked in the 4th. Bryant brings her the first pitch in there for a strike at the knees. Bryant drying off the ball and grinding it into her hip. Now brings the 0-1, just missed the inside corner. And it's 1-1. The father of the catcher, Reagan Green, trying to help the umpire. Here's the 1-1. And that's a weak ground ball. Coming in to get it and throwing across to get the out from on the weak grounder to third is Samine. By the way, I'm sorry I hesitated on Samine. I should know she's over there by now, but I was kind of sneaking a peek at my lineup, and the ink is running all over the place. In Game Changer, sometimes the picture disappears for a moment. So that ground ball out makes it 2 away. Now to the top of the order, and it's Ariel Kobalewski. Whenever I hear about somebody named Ariel, I just can't help but think of The Little Mermaid. Man, that music in that movie was awesome. Here's the 1-0. And it's a weak grounder. It's Samine, tries to scoop it up, can't get a throw off. The ball spinning around in the wet dirt, and she just couldn't pick it up. By the way, all through this pandemic thing that we've been dealing with for over a year, there were times when I thought of that song from The Little Mermaid, and I thought about ball games like this, and I thought, I want to be where the people are. And tonight I am, and it's wonderful. This is great, and we'll try to bring you all the enjoyment that you can get out of not being here. All right, here we go. First pitch swinging by Riley Westmoreland. She was kind of moving out of the box as she took the hack, and it flies out of play on the left side. She's 0 for 3 with 3 ground balls. After that error on Samine, each team now with 2 miscues in the field. I think she would have been, the scoreboard operator does not have it as an error, but I thought if she had picked it up cleanly, she would have been able to throw out Kobalewski, who's still at first. Now Westmoreland ready for the 0-1. Righty working to lefty, and it missed the outside corner. Ridge Point's just been that one run behind ever since the top of the second. Here's the 1-1. That's down and away. Nice job by Reagan Green to reach out with that long left arm and grab it. Two and one the count on Westmoreland. Kowalewski ready to run. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to Simmons at short. Over quickly. Got the out. That'll do it for Travis. They don't score in the top of the sixth, but they're still on top, 3-2, as Ridge Point gets ready to come to bat in the bottom of the sixth. And they will send up Grace Yannick, Alexis Samine, and Reagan Green. They'll be right back.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each. All in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
First baseman, number 16, Grace Yannick.
Well, Yannick's 2-run homer in the first was the only offense that Ridge Point has had tonight. Okay. The righty Yannick facing Rachel Ibarra. Open stance for the swinger near the front of the box. Here's the first pitch to her. And that slipped out of Ibarra's hand and bounced off of the mitt of the catcher, Kennedy Clark. And then it hit Grace in that face mask, but, you know, not very hard. Nobody's mad. 1-0 the count. I'm sure Ibarra doesn't want to let the ball slip like it did on that pitch. And that one is a high, 2-0. We still have a little bit of rain, but we don't have any wind. The flags in straightaway center are now doing absolutely nothing. Here's the 2-0 strike, 2-1 at the letters. Not my style, said Grace. By the way, they accidentally kept the music going a little too long for some people's liking. Yeah, you can't keep playing music during a softball game. Here's a strike. That was center cut, and Grace took it. Steps out, takes a deep breath, and now she's back in there. Here's the 2-2, swung on and missed. Travis starting to feel it now.
Stepping in the box for the Lady Panthers, third baseman, number 7, Alexis Samine.
All right, Alexis Samine steps in, and I want to double check, make sure I have the right number on the strikeouts by Rachel Ibarra. Samine looks at the first pitch. In there for a strike. It dropped in right as it got across home plate. Maddie Morris with an RBI single in the first inning. Reached on an error in the third. Hit by a pitch in the fifth. Takes the next one. And that's a ball. 1-1. I'm sorry. There's a pitch that is down and away. I didn't flip my scorebook over. Man, I hate when that happens. Anyway, so it is Alexis Samine batting. And she hits it hard to left field, and it will get down for a hit. It drops in front of Westmoreland. Ridgepoint with a threat for the first time in a while. Let's see, how long has it been since they had a base hit?
Stepping in the box for the Lady Panthers. Catcher, number 12, Reagan Green.
You know what? They haven't had a base hit since Grace Yannick's homer in the first. That's their third hit to 7 for Travis. Tigers still leading it 3-2. Samine gets the base hit, and now Reagan Green looks at the first pitch. In there for a strike. She turns away as if she does not agree. Gentle rain still falling. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. Throw down to first. And easily back in is Samine. Ibarra Roxanne brings it. Pitch is way high. 2-1 on Reagan Green. The precarious 3-2 lead is held up for Travis ever since they moved ahead in the top of the second. There's a strike on the inside part of the plate, and it looked like it missed the front of Reagan's thighs by about a centimeter, which I would think would be a ball, but it's 2-2. She stands back in, takes a nice rip at the 2-2 and fouls it back. Don't forget, tomorrow night, it is Dulles at Elkins baseball, 6:45 batter-up show. Nothing on Wednesday. Then Thursday at softball, Kempner hosting Angleton, 5:45. 2-2 is down and out. That makes it a full count on Reagan Green. And then on Friday night, you've got the Ridgepoint boys hosting Elkins here in Siena, 6:45. And then on Saturday, 12:45, it's Austin at Dulles. And that is ball 4 inside to Reagan Green. 2 runners on for the Ridgepoint Panthers. Could this be the uprising they've been waiting for? And Reagan Green is going to come off to see who comes out to replace her as a courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner in the game for the Panthers.
It's going to be Soleil Jackson. So good speed in Samine at second base.
Number 8.
And Soleil Jackson also. Soleil Jackson also with good speed. Now it's Nohea Anderson. First pitch to her is a strike at the letters on the outside edge. Anderson is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Open stance for the righty hitter. Ibarra shakes her head, gets the sign she wants, and delivers a swinging strike. And it's 0-2. Ridgepoint trailing 3-2 as they bat in the bottom of the 6th. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Blaine Simmons would be next. And there's a pitch in the dirt. No chase by Nohea. Good job, Nohea. Here's the 1-2. That's in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Nohea back in there. She's ready. Ibarra looks in. Gets the sign, steps up, now brings it. Oh, and it's outside for ball 3. Very, very close. Three and two. Noise coming out of both dugouts. And there's a ground ball to the right side. It'll be an easy out at first base, but both runners move up. A little roller to the second baseman, Matty Morris. The put-out goes 4-3, but 2 runners in scoring position, and Blaine Simmons.
Number 10, Blaine Simmons.
Blaine could do something very memorable here. She turns around and says a little something to the umpire, and she asks for time, and now she's going to go and talk to Lindsey Gage a moment. Actually, she just wanted to give up one of her gloves. She swings lefty and only wears a glove on the right hand. Big opportunity for Blaine Simmons. First pitch to her is a changeup, and it's high for a ball. Or called a strike. That just looked too high to be a strike. I think she raised a hand, though. And there's a foul back. And as the ball hits the net, you can see a whole bunch of droplets explode where the impact was. So I'm not really sure if it's 1-1 or 0-2 right here. It is 0-2. Thank you. Ibarra ready, brings it. Ground ball right back to Ibarra on one hop, throws to first, and 2 runners left on for Ridgepoint. So we've got 1 inning to go, and Travis on the brink of a very significant softball victory. They lead the Ridgepoint Panthers 3-2.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
Rachel Ibarra, Matty Morris, and Kennedy Clark due to come to the plate for Travis. They'd really like to add a run or more. They lead Ridgepoint 3-2. This is one of those games that both teams want, and they want in a bad way. So Ibarra popped up, grounded out, and lined out to Callie Mays in center field. Bryant brings the first pitch, just misses the outside corner, and it's 1-0. Bryant moves to the back of the circle. Now when she steps up and she's ready to go, Ibarra was still stepping in. But as soon as she was ready, Bryant delivered a strike, called on the outside corner. Here's the 1-1, and it's into center field. There goes Mays. She reaches up, and the wet ball slips out of her glove. Would have been a tough catch to make. I'll have to say that's a hit for Rachel Ibarra. Kind of a knuckler, not exactly pulled with counterclockwise spin by the right-handed hitter. So I think I see Grace Yannick talking to Callie Mays in center. Little gestures of encouragement from about 80 yards away, and now we see a courtesy runner for Travis.
Courtesy runner in for the
That's
pitcher,
Danny Cantu.
Danny Cantu.
I would presume it's Daniela. That's a beautiful name. If I had had a daughter, I might have named her Daniela. Maddie Morris stands in. First pitch to her is a strike. She just the slightest little hint of squaring to bunt right before Bryant delivered that. Morris ready, the 0-1, and she hits one hopper to Samine, throws to second and can't get the out. The ball slips out of the glove of the second base player, Anderson. The throw was there in time, but the ball is getting wet and it's not staying in the glove unless you really squeeze it. So, wow. I guess you got to say E4.
Now batting number 10, Kennedy Clark.
So now Bryant is asking the infielders to join her in the circle. Got to talk it over here. And also Reagan Green out there. 3 errors on the night for Ridgepoint, and they've got to make sure that this error does not cost them. And the infield conference doesn't last very long. There are runners at first and second and nobody out. Travis trying to add to their 3-2 lead, and here is Kennedy Clark, the catcher. Bryant brings it. There's a bunt attempt, but it goes behind home plate. I can't say with 100% certainty, but I have to believe that rain is starting to affect the game. Here's the 0-1. Bunt, foul on the left side. Samine looked at it. Didn't have to look at it for long. Left-handed swinging Kennedy Clark. 0-2 on the way, and it's high. 1-2. I think maybe Bryant was just trying to get Kennedy to chase a high one. She might be like that character played by Lori Petty in A League of Their Own. You know, she said, I like the high ones. Here's the 1-2. And it's a liner to second, and this will be a double play! Right to Nohea Anderson, flip to Yannick, and they doubled up the runner over there, Morris. Oh, that's a big break for Ridgepoint, and not only did they get 2 outs, well, they've got that courtesy runner, Danny Cantu, is still at second base.
Number 18, Emily Camacho.
So score that DP 4-3. And now Emily Camacho still with a runner in scoring position, so Ridgepoint not out of the woods yet. So earlier in this inning, they dropped 1 wet ball. That was a hit. Dropped 1 wet ball that was an error, but they caught 1 wet line drive. The pitch high to Camacho, and it's 1-0. Emily is 1 for 2, plus she had a walk. 3-2 Travis. We're in the top of the 7th. Tigers batting and trying to add a run, but a big double play by Ridgepoint has dampened those chances. Here's the 1-0. Camacho hits it high in the air, the pop-up. Nohea Anderson calling, and she's got it. We will go to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for Ridgepoint. They trail it 3-2.
First Tire and Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Town Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireAuto.com.
You We take care of you so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
We want to thank the team at Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land. They take care of business, and they've been doing it all year long to help us bring you Fort Bend County sports every single week. We've brought over 110 events this year. Football, volleyball, girls and boys basketball, softball, baseball, and a little bit of soccer.
Bottom and 7th for the Lady Panthers. Pinch hitter, number 27, Alon Keaton.
Alon King is going to come up as a pinch hitter for these Panthers. Right-handed hitter against Rachel Ibarra. Reaches out with the bat, touches the outside corner of the plate, ready for the first pitch. Late swing on the first one and sprays it over in front of the Travis dugout on the first base side. And head coach Katie Kilgore picks up the ball, but before returning it, dries it off. She's got a very nice Travis Scarlet top, but she doesn't care if there's mud on it, as long as Rachel Ibarra gets a nice dry ball. Here's the 0-1. And it's sliced out of play, lands on top of the hitting cage over on the right. And the pinch hitter, Alon Keaton, is down 0-2. She wears a glove on the left hand. On the right hand, she's got tape around her ring finger and middle finger. Here's the pitch. And it's a weak grounder to second. Charging is Morris. Throws, and it's bobbled. Safe at first. How about that? So, I don't know if you should say that it was a brilliant move on the part of Lindsey Gage, but she rolled the dice. She sent one of her non-starters up there, and it worked out. Very weak contact, and it was Morris charging. She flipped it over to Camacho at first base, and she didn't handle it cleanly. So, the plot starts to thicken here.
Center fielder, number 24.
By the way, Alon Keaton was pinch hitting for Julia Robinson. So Callie Mays, she hits a little dribbler, and it's to the third baseman and thrown out. Beautiful play by Kobalewski. She can do everything. She is an awesome player. She pounced on it like a pit bull on a poodle, grabbed it, threw to first, and they get the out. However, the good news for Ridgepoint is that Keaton moves over to second with one away. Wow. That Kowalewski, she's going to be something to watch the next couple of seasons. And now Simmons, first pitch swinging right back to Ibarra. She's thrown out at first, but Keaton moves to third. And so the tying run is at third with 2 outs. Wow, things have happened so quickly. You had the error on the flip from second to first that enabled Keaton to reach. Then Mays was quickly out on a ground ball. Same thing with Simmons, and now it's Riley Shipp as the last hope. She looks at the first pitch, change-up strike on the outside corner. Ship's got to do something here, but remember the ball's wet, could be a problem. The 0-1 is high, 1-1. Keaton just wants to get to home plate and tie this thing up. And we might go to extra innings in the rain, but right now Travis hanging on. Here's the 1-1. It's high, 2-1. Grace Yannick would be next. Ship looks at ball, 3 high, it's 3-1. And the catcher Clark comes out in front of the plate, palms down to calm her pitcher, Rachel Ibarra. Ship ready for the 3-1. Strike on the outside corner. And Ridgepoint down to its final strike in this critical game. They're really up on the Travis side, wanting one more strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Travis wins 3-2. They are district champions. They celebrate wildly just inside the first base line. That will do it, and we'll be back with the totals on VypeFortBend.com right after this.
Tonight's game, Panthers 2, Travis Tigers 3. I'd like to thank you all for coming out.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care. The sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
What a great battle we saw tonight on VypeFortBend.com as the Travis Tigers worked hard and got a share of the district championship as they come up with the win over the Ridgepoint Panthers 3-2. For Travis, 3 runs on 6 hits. They made 3 errors, and they left 9 runners on base. Travis, the Ridgepoint Panthers, 2 runs on 3 hits. Rachel Ibarra was tough throughout the game. And there were 4 Ridgepoint errors, although the errors really was not what made the difference in the game. And all of the scoring took place in the first inning and a half. So it was kind of crazy the way it all went down so quickly. So Travis got a run in the first inning. They got Maddie Morris with an RBI single that drove home Ariel Kowalewski. And then in the bottom of the first, Grace Yannick hit a 2-run homer, 2-1 Ridgepoint. And then It was a double by Jaden Coburn, the number 9 hitter in the Travis lineup, that put the Tigers up by a score of 3-2. So Ridgepoint leaves 6 runners on base, had a few scoring opportunities, but it was airtight fielding when they needed it by the Travis Tigers that made the difference in this one. So the winning pitcher tonight, Rachel Ibarra, 7 innings pitched. She threw 111 pitches, 66% of them for strikes, gave up just the 3 hits and the 2 runs, which were both earned. She struck out 8, and she walked only 2, gave up the 1 homer to Yannick. Blaine Simmons started the game and pitched 1 1/3 through 43 pitches. She ends up taking the loss as she gives up 5 hits and 3 earned runs. She did not get any strikeouts or walks. She was not around very long, and Aliana Bryant pitched out the final 5 2/3 innings for the Ridgepoint Panthers. So all is not lost for the losers of this game. This means that Ridgepoint is just going to go into the playoffs as the 3 seed out of District 26A, and Travis and George Ranch are going to have to do something to decide who's number 1 seed and who's number 2 seed. They might have to play an extra game. If they do, I think we might be interested in broadcasting that one for you. But we thank you so much for being with us for this one. This VypeFortBend.com presentation of Fort Bend County softball has been brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity is a proud supporter of Fort Bend and Greater Houston High School sports on VypeFortBend.com. With the new Xfinity Sports Zone app, watch multiple games at once and check live stats and scores while watching another game. It's the best sports entertainment experience with Xfinity X1. And by First Tire and Automotive. Make sure your vehicles are in shape for the spring. First Tire and Automotive has locations in First Colony, Greatwood, Katy Cinco Ranch, and on Eldridge Road in Sugar Land. All 4 of those locations are open on Saturdays. For the best prices on tires, go to firsttireandauto.com. We'll be right back to wrap it up. Maybe we'll have a final score on that baseball game between Travis and Ridgepoint when we continue on VypeFortBend.com.
First Tire and Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
We want to thank the team at Office Depot. They've been such a big help all year long, taking care of business so we can bring you Fort Bend County sports every single week. And we have a score from Travis, and it's not a final. Top of the 5th, that's the latest we have. Travis leading Ridgepoint 4-0. So tough situation for Ridgepoint in the baseball game as they've been in a quarantine for 2 weeks. And they have to come out of that quarantine and play Travis, and Travis has been playing some pretty hot baseball lately, so it's going to be the Travis Tigers moving into a share of the lead in District 26A baseball, but you have to say that they would own the tiebreaker right now. But on April the 30th, those 2 teams are going to play again, and we will bring you that one. So for everyone on the Vype team, we thank you so much for being with us. Congratulations to the Travis Tigers girls as they win tonight 3-2 over Ridgepoint. And we will talk to you tomorrow at 6:45 p.m. to bring you the Batter Up show from the Castle. It'll be Dulles at Elkins. Roger Smith saying so long from Siena. Again, the final. Travis 3, Ridgepoint 2. Good night, everybody.